Hey friends, welcome and thank you for choosing to listen today. I'm Bonnie. In the time we have together, I'd like to invite you to slow down a little and join me as we step into the history and culture of China and listen to the myths and stories that have been passed down through the centuries. And of course, if there's a topic you're curious about, feel free to leave a comment or suggestion. I'd love to explore it with you in a future episode. Today, we're going to talk about how were the 12 zodiac animals chosen? Hello, my friend. Welcome back to this chapter on interesting Chinese culture. Today I want to tell you a story that has been passed down for thousands of years. It is about how the 12 zodiac animals were chosen. This is not just a list of animals. It is a cultural system that mixes myth, astronomy, history, and everyday life. Whether you know Chinese culture or not, this story will take you across time. It will show you how ancient Chinese people used animals to mark the years and understand the world. Let us start with an old myth. This is the most popular folk story about the Chinese zodiac. A long time ago, about 2,600 years ago, during the Zhou dynasty, the Jade Emperor, the highest god in Chinese mythology, decided to choose 12 animals to represent the years. He announced that there would be a river crossing race. The first 12 animals to reach the finish line would enter the zodiac team. They would be ranked by the order they arrived. When the news spread, the animals were excited. The cat and the rat were good friends at the time. They agreed to join the race together. They decided to ask the ox, who woke up early, to wake them up. But the rat had a little secret plan. It worried that it was too small and could not win the race. On the day of the race, the ox did wake up early, but it only woke up the rat and did not wake up the cat. In some versions, the rat did this on purpose. The rat jumped onto the ox's back. When the ox was about to reach the finish line, the rat leaped down and arrived first. So the rat became number 1 in the zodiac. The honest ox got second place. Right after that, the tiger swam through the fast river with pure strength and got third. The rabbit lightly jumped across floating logs and stones and took fourth. The dragon could have been first easily, but it stopped along the way to bring rain to a village suffering from drought. It also cleared obstacles in the river, so it only came in 5th. After the dragon explained, the Jade Emperor praised its good deed. The horse and the snake were running side by side. The snake quietly wrapped around the horse's leg. When the horse was about to sprint, the snake suddenly showed itself and scared the horse. So the snake took 6th and the horse took 7th. The goat, the monkey, and the rooster worked together to build a raft across the river. Because the goat was humble and let others go first, it got 8th, the monkey got 9th, the rooster got 10th. The dog was a strong swimmer, but it played in the water and wasted time, so it only got 11th. Finally, the lazy pig started the latest. But it kept going and became the 12th. What about the cat? When the cat woke up, the race was already over. From then on, the cat hated the rat. That is why cats always chase rats. This is a myth, but it explains the order of the zodiac in a clever way. It also gives each animal a personality symbol. The rat's quick mind, the ox's hard work, the tiger's courage, the rabbit's agility, and so on. These traits became one way for Chinese people to think about personality and fate. Now let us step out of myth and into history. The zodiac was not created overnight. It formed through a long process. The earliest animal-based way of marking years can be traced back to the oracle bone records of the Shang dynasty around the 14th century before the Common Era. But the complete system of the 12 zodiac animals was roughly finalized in the Eastern Han dynasty from year 25 to year 220. In year 1975, Qin dynasty bamboo slips were discovered in Yanmeng County in Yubei. They contained the earliest known complete record of the 12 zodiac animals. This record is even earlier than the Eastern Han dynasty. So why these 12 animals? Scholars have proposed several ideas. The astronomy idea says that ancient Chinese astronomers divided the path of the sun into 12 sections. Each section matched an animal. These animals may be connected to names of ancient star groups, such as the azure dragon and the white tiger. The totem idea says that in early tribal society, different clans worshipped different animal totems. The 12 zodiac animals may be a combination and a system made from these totems. The everyday life idea says the chosen animals were the most common and familiar in daily life. 6 are domestic animals, which are the ox, the horse, the goat, the rooster, the dog, and the pig. 6 are wild animals, which are the rat, the tiger, the rabbit, the dragon, the snake, and the monkey. This balanced choice reflects how people related to nature. What is interesting is that the zodiac is not unique to China. In Vietnam, the cat appears in the zodiac and replaces the rabbit. In India, the lion appears and replaces the tiger. In Thailand, a mythical snake being appears and replaces the dragon. These variations show how cultural ideas spread and then adapt to local life. You may wonder how the zodiac matches specific years. This involves the Chinese system called the heavenly stems and earthly branches. There are 10 heavenly stems and 12 earthly branches. Each earthly branch matches one zodiac animal. Zi matches the rat, Zhou matches the ox, Yin matches the tiger, Mo matches the rabbit, Chen matches the dragon, Si matches the snake, Wu matches the horse, Wei matches the goat, Shan matches the monkey, Yu matches the rooster, Shu matches the dog, Hai matches the pig. Each lunar year is named by combining one stem and one branch, such as a Jia year or a Yi Zhou year. This pattern repeats every 60 years. This 60-year cycle is often called one full cycle. Your zodiac animal is decided by the earthly branch of your birth year. For example, year 2023 is the Gui Mao year. The branch Mao matches the rabbit, so it is the year of the rabbit. Year 2024 is the Gi Chen year. The branch Chen matches the dragon, so it is the year of the dragon. The zodiac is not only used for years, it is also linked to the 12 time periods in a day. Each time period is about 2 hours. Ancient people believed that in each time period, the matching animal was most active. During the Zi time from 11 at night to 1 in the morning, rats are most active. During the Zhou time from 1 to 3 in the morning, oxen rest and chew their food. During the Yin time from 3 to 5 in the morning, tigers are at their fiercest. And it continues in this way. This time system connects daily life with the rhythm of nature. But people rarely use these details in daily life today. If you ever try to connect your zodiac with Chinese feng shui, you might use this knowledge. Here, we will not go deeper into it. Why do Chinese people like to ask what zodiac animal you are? In Chinese society, the zodiac often works like a cultural shortcut in conversation. When someone asks what zodiac animal you are, it is not only small talk. It is also a quick way to learn something about you. Zodiac personality talk is popular. Bookstores often have a section for zodiac fortunes. Websites publish yearly zodiac predictions every year. People often describe those born in the tiger year as brave and decisive, but sometimes impulsive. They may describe those born in the snake year as wise and deep, but possibly suspicious. This creates an interesting effect. Many people naturally accept the good traits of their own zodiac. At the same time, they may explain away the less good traits with excuses or exceptions. From a psychology angle, this is similar to what is called the Barnum effect. People tend to accept general and vague personality descriptions and feel they fit them well. Zodiac trait descriptions are often broad enough for most people to find a match. Interestingly, studies suggest that once people learn the so-called traits of their zodiac, some may start to move toward those traits without noticing. This can become a kind of self-fulfilling idea. There is also a clear difference between generations. Young people are changing how they treat zodiac personality talk. People born after year 1995 or year 2000 are more likely to treat the zodiac as a social tool and a fun topic, not a guide to fate. They create memes with zodiac themes on social media. For example, someone may joke about being the kind of zodiac that always cancels plans. This is a playful way to remix tradition. The zodiac is often most visible and also most debated in dating and marriage. There is a traditional matching system. Folk tradition includes a complex set of zodiac matching ideas. Besides the well-known best matches and worst matches, there are also many other relationship types such as three harmony, punishment, and harm. Older generations may take these ideas seriously. Some families may even oppose a marriage if they believe the couple's zodiac signs clash. Here is a real story. I once knew a couple where the woman was born in the tiger year and the man was born in the monkey year. In traditional sayings, that pairing is considered a clash. When they dated, the elders strongly opposed it, but the couple insisted and got married. Now they have been together for 25 years. The wife joked that they do clash all the time, but in a good way. She said they kept their drive, started a business together, and now the company is even publicly listed. Modern attitudes are changing. Surveys about dating and marriage show that among people born in the 1980s and 1990s, only about 30% seriously consider zodiac matching. And among that group, most say it is only a reference and not a deciding factor. More young people treat a mismatch as a reminder to communicate more, not a reason to break up. Some wedding planning companies even turn a so-called clash into a creative wedding theme. For example, a couple with a traditional clash may use a theme like breaking through limits and loving freely. It can become unique and memorable. The custom of the birth year is one of the most ritual-like parts of zodiac culture. Why red became a protective color. In Chinese culture, red already symbolizes luck, celebration, and protection against bad energy. When it combines with the birth year idea, it forms a special red protection system. Common items include red underwear and red socks, which are the most basic items. There is also a red belt, which people say helps keep you safe. There are red string bracelets, often given by family or friends. Some people wear red clothing from socks to outerwear. The birth year economy has grown into a sizable market. Each year, the related industry can reach tens of billions in local currency. Products range from traditional red items to designer collaborations. One international sports brand even released a zodiac-themed red collection. It blends tradition with modern fashion. Young people also add new ideas to the birth year custom. Some make funny survival guide memes for the birth year. Some create a digital version of red by using red-themed skins on social media. An illustrator born in the tiger year once said that in her recent birth year, she did not buy the usual red items. Instead, she printed her own red tiger design on phone cases and shirts. She said she wanted to define her own birth year style. Zodiac culture has grown beyond Chinese communities and has become a shared global cultural topic. As it spreads globally, it also creates interesting cultural moments. Western media first often translated the dragon year in a simple way, but the Chinese dragon is very different from the fire-breathing dragon in Western fantasy. Now more and more foreign media either use a special term or explain the difference in detail. This deeper understanding is a positive sign of cultural exchange. Surprisingly, the zodiac also appears in discussions of serious social issues, birth rates, and zodiac preference. In Chinese society, there has been a clear preference for having children in years seen as lucky. The dragon year is widely seen as a peak year for births. Hospitals and maternity wards are always the busiest in dragon years. The goat year, especially for girls, was traditionally seen as less lucky, and birth rates were lower. This belief is changing. Recent data suggests the gap between goat years and other years is shrinking. This shows young parents are becoming more rational. Hidden influence in the workplace. Surveys suggest that in some fields, there may be subtle zodiac preferences. A sales team may quietly welcome people born in the tiger year or the horse year because they symbolize drive. A finance role may prefer people born in the ox year or the dog year because they symbolize steadiness. Of course, these preferences are rarely made public. As management systems improve, these ideas are becoming weaker. Now let us meet these 12 time messengers one by one. The rat represents wisdom and survival skills. Although small, it won first place through cleverness. In ancient times of food scarcity, the rat's ability to find grain was seen as a kind of wisdom. The ox represents hard work, endurance, and dedication. China is an agricultural civilization. The ox was the most important partner in farming. It stands for being grounded and reliable. the tiger represents courage and strength. As the king of the forest, the tiger protects the natural order. It also symbolizes military power and authority. The rabbit represents gentleness, agility, and long life. The legend of the jade rabbit making medicine on the moon connects the rabbit with the moon and healing. The dragon is the only mythical animal in the zodiac. It represents power, wisdom, and good fortune. Unlike Western dragons, the Chinese dragon is usually seen as kind and linked to rain and blessings. The snake represents wisdom, mystery, and renewal. Because snakes shed their skin, people see it as rebirth and healing. In traditional Chinese medicine, snakes also have medicinal uses. The horse represents freedom, speed, and success. In ancient China, transportation and the military depended on horses. The horse stands for ambition and effort. The goat represents gentleness, kindness, and unity. In Chinese writing, the goat is often linked with the idea of good fortune. It represents goodness and blessings. The monkey represents cleverness, flexibility, and innovation. The story of Sun Wukong made the monkey image even more famous. It stands for breaking limits and seeking freedom. The rooster represents being on time, honesty, and protection. In ancient times, the rooster's crow marked the start of a new day. So the rooster symbolizes keeping promises and keeping order. The dog represents loyalty, friendship, and protection. Dogs are among the earliest animals domesticated by humans. In Chinese culture, the dog is seen as a guardian of the home. The pig represents abundance, honesty, and enjoyment. In farming society, raising pigs was a way to build wealth. So, the pig represents harvest and comfort. There are many historical objects related to the zodiac in China, from bronze items and clay figures to murals and jade objects. They show how the zodiac changed over thousands of years. Let us start with the Qin Dynasty Daybook, bamboo slips from the 3rd century before the Common Era. In year 1975, bamboo slips were found in a Qin Dynasty tomb at Shuhudi in Yunmen, Hubei. They recorded the earliest known zodiac system. The ancient writing listed the link between the 12 earthly branches and the animals, such as the Ei, matches the rat. But some animals were slightly different from later times, such as Wu matching a deer rather than a horse. This proves that zodiac culture had already taken shape in the Qin dynasty. It is a key physical source for studying the origin of the zodiac. They are now kept at the Hubei Provincial Museum in Wuhan. Next are the Eastern Han Dynasty zodiac clay figures from the first 2/3 centuries of the Common Era. In Linzi in Shandong, 12 gray clay statues were found in an Eastern Han tomb. They have animal heads and human bodies, and they sit in a seated pose. The animal heads are clear, and they wear Han-style clothing. These are the earliest known complete three-dimensional zodiac images. They show that by the Eastern Han, the zodiac had joined funeral culture. It was used to mark directions in tombs and to ward off harm. Some are in the National Museum of China in Beijing, and some are in museums in Shandong. Then there are Northern and Southern dynasties, zodiac murals and tomb inscriptions from the 5th to 6th centuries. In the northern key tomb of Liu Rui in Taiyuan, Shanxi, the ceiling mural includes animal head, human body, zodiac figures around a sky map. In the northern dynasty's tombs in Sixian in Hubei, stone inscriptions show zodiac relief carvings with realistic animal forms. These are protected at their sites or kept at museums in Shanxi and Hebei. They show the zodiac blending further with astronomy and feng shui. The zodiac became part of the order of tomb space. There are also Sui dynasty zodiac bronze mirrors from the 6th to 7th centuries. On the back of these mirrors, the 12 zodiac animals appear in a circle. The animals look lively. They are often combined with trigrams and star patterns. One example found in Xi'an is a mirror that includes the 12 zodiac animals and the 4 sacred creatures. Examples are kept at the Shanxi History Museum and at a major bronze museum in Boji. Among the many zodiac objects, there is one famous set that has still not fully returned to China. It is still traded and sold around the world as art objects. These are the zodiac bronze animal heads from the old summer palace. They were made during the reign of the Qianlong Emperor in the mid-18th century, around the years 1740 to 1760. They were designed by the Italian Jesuit Giuseppe Castiglione and the French Jesuit Michel Benoist. Chinese craftsmen cast them in bronze. They originally belonged to the Western-style garden area of the Old Summer Palace in Beijing, in front of the Hall of Comcies, as part of a water clock fountain. There were 12 bronze figures with animal heads and human bodies. They represented the 12 zodiac animals. They were placed on both sides of the fountain in a wide, curved layout. Each figure would spray water in turn to represent one time period of 2 hours. At noon, all 12 would spray water at the same time. It used water to tell time. It cleverly combined traditional Chinese timekeeping with Western fountain engineering. In year 1860, during the Second Opium War, the Allied British and French forces looted the Old Summer Palace. The site was burned and destroyed. The zodiac bronze heads were taken and scattered overseas. Over more than 100 years, the heads moved around Europe and North America. They appeared in auctions many times. They became part of private collections or museum holdings. As of year 2024, 8 of the 12 have returned to China. 2 returned through public welfare donations to their original institutions. 5 are still missing. To have special and complex situations, this loss is a symbol of colonial history. In recent years, China has pushed for the return of these objects through diplomacy and legal efforts, but international agreements have limited power over items taken before year 1860. The Old Summer Palace administration has used 3-dimensional modeling to recreate the full water clock scene. Visitors can experience a digital exhibition and see the moment when all 12 spray water together. These bronze heads are not only artworks, they are witnesses of history. Their separation and return reflect a nation's path from humiliation to renewal. If you are interested, visit a museum. Look at them closely. They hold a complex part of history in their eyes. The 12 zodiac animals have accompanied Chinese people for more than 2,000 years. They are not only time markers, they are also carriers of culture. They connect past and present, myth and reality, the individual and the community. Next time you meet a Chinese person and ask what their zodiac animal is, you will get more than an animal name. You will open a cultural conversation. Each person has a unique emotional link to their zodiac. It may come from stories told by elders. It may come from red gifts in their birth year. It may come from a spiritual connection to certain traits. In this global age, zodiac culture has crossed borders. It has become a window for the world to understand China. Every Lunar New Year, when a new zodiac animal takes over the year, it is not only Chinese communities celebrating. Many places around the world join this festival of time. The zodiac story tells us something simple. Humans try to understand time through stories. We try to connect with each other through symbols. No matter where you come from, these qualities, wisdom, courage, loyalty, and hard work, are values treasured by all people. So what is your zodiac animal? Whatever it is, there is a place for you in this old and living system. There is a piece of cultural sky that belongs to you. Thank you for listening. May these time animals bring you a new understanding and appreciation of Chinese culture. In the years ahead, whether you meet the energy of the dragon year, the gentleness of the rabbit year, or the courage of the tiger year, may these symbols bring you insight and joy. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. If there's anything you'd like to learn more about when it comes to Chinese culture, history, or mythology, feel free to leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this show, please consider following the podcast and leaving a 5-star review. Your support truly means a lot to me, and it's the biggest motivation for me to keep creating new episodes. You're also very welcome to visit my blog, where I share Chinese culture-related content and images from time to time. Just search for Bonnie's Podcast Handbook.blogspot.com. Again, that's bonniespodcasthandbook.blogspot.com. You're welcome to leave comments there as well. Thank you so much for listening today. I'll see you in the next episode.